For the second month, you can extend your practice as follows. After you have done your stretching and limbering exercises, then do your breathing practices. Now, he kind of snuck that in there. The way he wrote that. It was kind of sneaky. He just kind of slid that in there that says, after you have done your stretching and limbering exercises. When did he mention those? This is the way he mentioned it. But this is the same systematic process that he talks about repeatedly, but he just sort of slides it in. So the implication is that before we sit to meditate on our body, we're going to do stretching and limbering exercises. Then we're going to sit still, let the body be still, and then we're going to do breathing exercises. So it's a complete process. To relax the gross muscles, physical exercises are healthy, but to create a deeper level of relaxation in the subtle muscles and the nervous system, breathing exercises are even more helpful. Even breathing and alternate nostril breathing are very healthy preparatory practices. But during meditation itself, the only exercise that is recommended is breath awareness. Breath is one of the great focal points of the mind. The mind and the breath are inseparable associates, and it is easy and spontaneous for the mind to focus on the breath. Then he gives an exercise, and it's this Sushumna Kriya, which is breathing from the base of the spine, inhaling up to the crown of the head, exhaling as though you're exhaling from the top of the head down to the base of the spine. Through that, and he says here, it will be helpful if you can visualize 3 chords. In the center, the centralis canalis, and on the sides, Ida and Pingala. Ida and Pingala are the two of the main nadis described earlier. Inhale and exhale through the centralis canalis, that central stream, which is the finest milky white tube. So if the mind is good at visualizing, it can visualize that as a thin milky white tube or a stream. And if it's not easy to visualize, it doesn't matter. Still, there's the awareness sensation of something inhaling up and something exhaling down. This will be a delightful experience for the student, but remember that you will experience this delightful and pleasant state only if you do not jump from an awareness of bodily posture to breath awareness. If you first learn, in other words, if you don't skip it, you'll get the benefits if you don't skip that part. If you first learn to make the posture steady, still, and comfortable, this experience will become very delightful. And if we skip that part, then no guarantees. This particular exercise is very subtle. It is finer, more advanced, and more refined than the other experiences you have had in breath awareness. In our research laboratory, we have had extensive experience with this exercise, and it has also been the focus of experiments done for thousands of years by a line of sages and teachers. Inhaling up and exhaling down. During this practice, it is recommended that you continue the gentle flow of breath without jerks, without noise, without shallowness, and without extended pauses. And elsewhere he goes to great lengths to talk about the importance of eliminating the pause. Allowing the breath to become slow, naturally slow, not forced, and eliminate the pause. After you inhale and exhale with awareness of the spine, you next become aware of the breath as it comes and goes through the nostrils. You may notice that one nostril seems blocked and the other may seem to be more open. You can easily inhale through one but not the other. In such cases, pay attention to the blocked nostril, and you may be surprised to notice that in a few seconds' time the blocked nostril has opened. So while alternate nostril breathing with fingers, as it's usually learned initially, is useful and a very good practice, when it finally comes down to it, it's done here with attention, where he's saying find the blocked nostril and simply put your attention on it, and that nostril will open. If you practice this systematically, it will not take you much time to develop control over the flow of breath. The breath and mind are twin laws of life. They are very close to each other and very easily influence each other. Although they both have a separate existence, they can register each other's influence. We are trying to establish the awareness that the flow of breath can be channeled by choice through simple attention of mind. And the one making the choice, again, is Buddhi. A choice is made, and then the rest of the functions of mind, including even Ahamkara, the ego, are part of the team, and together they are able to do this choice. Soon you will find that the moment your thinking changes, the breath also switches. After experimenting with the electrical potentials associated with both nostrils, the sages discovered that these two aspects of breath have different natures. Breathing through the left side has a cooling effect, while right-sided breath has a warming effect. According to this advanced science of breath, when you notice that one nostril is more active, during that time one of the tattvas, the subtle elements, are active, and one of them becomes prominent, which of course creates a disturbance in the mind. This is what causes the alteration in the flow of the breath. The tattvas, or physical elements, earth, water, fire, air, space, are affected by the flow of breath through the left and the right nostrils, and vice versa. However, once you gain control over the breath, it can also give you control over the changes in the tattvas, according to your discrimination and concentration as a student of meditation. Now, this section here said, when it said extend your practice in here, it says this is given another practice for the second month. So the first month said actually for the first month or two. So if you add month or two, step one, to the 1 month for this practice, adding this practice, we're now up to a total of 2 to 3 months. And so what have you done in the first 2 to 3 months of this program for progress in meditation? In the first 2 to 3 months, you've established comfortable sitting posture and meditation on body, and then you've added the practice of breathing up and down the spine, Sushumna Kriya. 2 to 3 months invested so far.